Well, here we are. Once again, you have made it through the weekend. I mean, that is saying something. The weekends can be a little crazy. But more importantly, all of us are beginning a new week. See you in a moment. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. My name is Brian. Time for some whiskey, yes? Yes. We'll have to prep ourselves for the beginning of the end. I mean, the week. Beginning of the week, Monday. People don't like Monday. Not sure why. But Sunday is what it is now. Sample Sunday, in particular. Whoa, people already. Oh, my gosh. Good evening. Cheers. Good afternoon. Good night. Hello. To Tony Two Toes, Wesley Zeller, and John McKellen. Thank you for being here. It's always nice to have people right on time. Otherwise, it's just me talking to the camera, which happens a lot, actually. I just start talking to it while I'm by myself. It's not on. Don't ask. I have one more thing to do before I forget. There we go. Gotta pop out the chat from the YouTubes. Because for whatever reason, StreamYard doesn't like to highlight comments that are atted at me. Atted at me? You know what I mean? It doesn't pop up as orange. It can just get lost in the fray, which is why a lot of Whiskey Tube people probably don't see all the comments, because they're just looking at the regular stuff here. All right. What are we having this evening? Let me know what you're drinking. I know what I'm going to drink. I don't know how much I'm going to drink. That doesn't sound right. I was sent some samples by Amy Bone. Thank you, Amy. You're awesome. Who was on Hot Butter Rolls last night? If you would like to watch that, I will say it will be up here. Hopefully I will do that. It's right at the beginning. So we'll see. Trying to organize myself here. I'm going to start with something I have never tried before. And I have something set up. I've done the thing. Still new to using the whole StreamYard without all the censorship. That doesn't sound right. I've unlocked all the cool stuff, I guess. I can do things. I haven't even bothered to do any of them before, so we'll see what I do next. Oh gosh. Good stuff. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I have 3. If you can't see them, they're right here. Let's see. Store pick. Shush. Store pick, and this is not a store pick. It's Bourbon Nights bottle, which I just reviewed last week. If you'd like to see it, you can watch it later. Bourbon in the middle. I've already taken a chunk out of it because it's tasty. I like it. I need to get into this one. Monster. It'll be fun. Why did my phone make noise? Sorry about that. Who the hell's trying to contact me? What is going on? And hello to all of you on the Twitch and the Facebook. All 0 of you. There could be someone there. I have no idea. We'll find out. On to the drinking. I'm having the BBC. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is a Bardstown Bourbon Company's Fusion number 4. It's in a vial. Amy Bohm likes vials, apparently. It's very sciencey. Very sciencey. What should I don't know how much it is, though. I don't know if it looks like 2 ounces-ish, maybe more. So I'm debating whether I should just pour it all and have at it, or wait and pour half. I'll try pouring half. Sounds good. Good idea. I'll try pouring half and then see how much that is in the glass. Let's do this for the camera. I'm not great at doing that. I usually do it for the microphone. The microphone's off screen, so... Oh, gosh. It's a little weird to pour. Well, you know, I might as well. There we go. That's a decent pour. That's exactly where I want it to be, I think. All of it. Give me all the whiskey. Damn you. That would be bad if I lifted that up and tried to look in there. I would be in much pain. So I've heard many things about Bardstown Bourbon Company, but I've never seen it around, and I could probably never afford it. Speaking of money, damn it, I'm so good at this. I really am so good. I mean it. There we go. If anyone wants to buy me a dram, join the Patreon, Venmo, etc. It's there. And it should be, the PayPal link should be up at the top of the chat. Pinned comment. On to whiskey. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. Alex B. Moose Hunter. Evening. Good evening. Welcome to the show. We are having whiskey. Let me know if you're having anything. Water, tea, crumpets, bacon, whatever. What are you putting in your mouth? First of all, it smells wonderfully sweet. Strange enough, it's from my... Oh, I got a little of that grape stuff there. That was fun. I don't know if it's a grape lollipop or grape juice. I don't know why that shows up in some bourbons, but it does. DC. Turkish Delight. Yes. Oops. Oh, it's always fun. I'm terrified to know what would happen if there's 20, 30 people trying to talk once, because I can't even deal with 7. Beer barley. Beery bar. Beery? Is that a beer? I don't know what that is. Or is that a whiskey? No idea. Turkish Delight. Oh, hi, Mom. I didn't see you pop in here. Welcome. She's back from the hills of Vermont. That was like a week ago? I can't keep track of anything. Yeah, what? That was a whole week ago. God. Oh, man, that sounds good. I don't think I've had Cooper's Craft. I'm just going to do this for a while. I just got the hint of a candy, but I'm not quite sure which one. That was interesting. I don't know what that was. Maybe it's grape lollipop. That'd be neat. Brooklotic. Brooklotic. Yeah, I understand that. Because I can... For one, I know what that spelling is. So that's a plus. Do I have any Brooklotic? I don't think so. I have many a scotch, as you can tell. Well, you probably can't tell. They're on the back. But I have many scotches. I'm going to get lost in this. There's a lot going on here. I can see why people like Bardstown. Already I like it. I haven't even drank it yet. That could change. There are plenty of whiskeys out there where you smell it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Give it. And then you drink it and it's like, well, disappointment. I don't think that's going to happen with this one, though. Oh, I want to get more notes. I can't use the cheat sheet. I'm going to use their website because I feel like that makes sense. And when I briefly glanced at it, I didn't actually read it because I don't want to be influenced. I did see the word tasting notes, and as soon as I saw that, I went, no, don't look. And I have it set up so I can look at it momentarily. Whiskey knows well. Oops. Right-handed and mouse, right hand, glass, right hand, problems. But I'm going to try and do the screen sharing thing because that's what a professional does. I'm professional now. Has anyone else had this Bardstown Fusion? I don't know anything about it. Like, I know it's Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion, but I don't know why it's called Fusion even. I have done all the research as I usually do. I've done absolutely none. I think this is the stuff that that ADHD whiskey is involved in some way, shape, or form. Like, they were the ones who did the World Top Whiskey Taster thing, I think. Yeah, memory's not great. Nice. Oh, was that his last dance? I don't know. Last speech? Last viewing? Last something. I know what you're talking about, I think. Because I was on Aquabita's stream last week. No, the week. Not this past week, the week before. Not the week that just ended, the one before it. He was talking with that gentleman who's been in the whiskey industry for a very long time. He's very passionate about it. I think he needed tickets for that. There's lots of jumbled things in here, so. Oh. So it's stuff they made and they're just blending it together and I'm calling it a fusion? It's not a bad idea. It's a fusion of raw whiskey, so it's a blend. No, it's a fusion. Oh. Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's something different about it. Maybe not. I have no idea. As I said, I don't pay much attention to anything. If I do, it's not for very long. Okay, Last Dance with Mary Jane just popped in my head. That's great. How does this happen? Like, as soon as I start doing a stream, music just floods my mind randomly. Happens late at night, too, when I'm playing games. Distilleries and source distilleries. Oh, okay. I like that. That makes more sense. Makes more sense. It's it is a fusion of things. When you said it's a blend of their own stuff, I'm like, all right. The problem is, I'm realizing something. When I'm doing the nosing thing and the tasting thing for my videos, there is a very long amount of time that is not seen. I see it, and I usually just have to fast forward to it until I actually say something, because I'm just generally just doing this for like 5 minutes. And then I say something. And then another 3 minutes go by. And I have another thought. And I cut it all down to 10 minutes-ish for maybe a 20 or 30-minute recording. Gotta start doing this. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but soon. Ooh, I can see the thing. Tony Tutos, hello. Ah, okay, cool. It's good to know. I like that. I like that idea. That also, you know what that reminds me of? Come to think of it. It reminds me of the Texas Whiskey Festival, something like that. I know Crowded Barrel does something where they get other distilleries in the Texas region and make a blend of their products. I've only tried one once, and that was just because I was fortunate enough to be at a tasting where they had it, and I got to try it for nothing. It was lovely, whatever it was. JJ, welcome, chill. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Whoa. That's what I get. Hold on. Oh, that felt good. That's what I get for singing. I didn't warm up at all. I know you wanted me to sing yesterday, Whiskey knows, but it wasn't happening. Too many over talkings and people and speeches. I would have sang if everyone else just stopped, but that only happened when Cheech was talking to me, and that was hilarious. All right. So far, I've gotten a grape thing, and I'm going to say it's a grape lollipop. Ugh. It's very sweet. Is that caramel? There's something different. There's a brown sugar. Whatever it is, it smells real good, which is nice. You know, the problem is I like to enjoy just this process, but I know for live streams and audience participation and such, it's not exactly exciting. That's why I want to be a little faster at it. I don't want to be professional where I'm competing or anything, because that just scares me. I like enjoying it. Oh, JJ, sorry, you just showed up. It's a BBC Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion, number 4. I'll be looking into what they say about it in a minute. And so far, all I'm getting is it's sweet. I get a little bit of a grape lollipop thing for some reason. Lollipop? Yeah, lollipop. I was thinking about popsicles for a second. Got very confused. That's a whole different thing, apparently, in my head. Mr. Whiskey shits chills to you. Cheers, y'all. That reminds me of Scotch. Nope. Scotch in the Bayou. There we go. She says that all the time because she's from the Bayou. Okay, let's take a look. This is not something I want to screen share because Instagram is weird. But I will read it to all of you as if it were story time. Tim Evans, welcome. Chills. Do it. I want a bottle of it now. Alex B. Moose Hunter. Lollipop, lollipop, ooh, lolly, lolly, lolly. See, the fact that I know that song kind of dates me in general. My age. My dad used to listen to oldies radio when I was a kid, whenever we were driving around. That is certainly one I remember hearing. Now it's stuck in my head. Thank you very much. Actually, I should add that to Spotify, come to think of it. What the hell? There we go. All right. Where is it? Ah. That's some shiny print. Oh, you know what? You sent me the picture. I was like, oh, wait a minute. It looks familiar. I glanced at as I said earlier, I glanced at their webpage, and I actually think it has that there, so I'll be able to see it a little clearer. That's a good picture, but because the font is shiny gold, it's harder to read. But I will be looking that up, and hopefully I'll be able to do the magic. Magic. All right, let's get to drinking, shall we? Oh, wait. Actually, does it say on here? It does. This is 94.9 proof, which sounds lovely to me. Tim's Morgan, hello. Thank you. Yes, the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs and subscribers. They don't particularly want you to send me money, but I do, so that's why that's still going. I will be doing another bottle fun next month. I haven't decided what, but if any of you have some suggestions, you can reach me on. Well, if you're a patron, you can reach me on Patreon. But if you are trying to get in touch with me, I guess the easiest way is probably either through my email, which is, I think, KillCo77@hotmail.com, and that's also listed on my YouTube page somewhere under the info about, something like that. Or the quickest and most direct way that's just probably going to get my attention first is through Instagram. I will have to okay it, but if you make sure you have if your Instagram isn't your YouTube name, just let me know who it is. So that will clarify, because there's a lot of times I get some weird stuff on there. The joys of having a public Instagram, you get random messages from random fake women. Yeah. It's always a little interesting. It helps them reading chat and not thinking too much about the whiskey. That's one of the weirdest things about enjoying whiskey in this manner is it seems like there's two ways to do it. There can be, focusing on it, trying to pick something out, doing your best to focus on this and pick it apart. And then there's the one I prefer, which is where I'm doing one thing and not thinking about what I'm doing with the smelling. And eventually something will just catch my attention while I'm doing it. That's not happening now because I'm thinking about it. So, but if I read chat or something, usually that tends to make it a little less. How do I explain this? I think the easiest way to say it is that moment when you're trying to remember something and it's just not coming to you. You're like, God damn it, what was that thing I was thinking about? What's that thing that happened at that time? It was with the name of the place. It was a restaurant, right? It was called, oh gosh, I can't, it's bothering me so much. That kind of feeling. Then you stop thinking about it for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Suddenly, bam, there it is. It's the name of a restaurant that I know. West End? Something like that. I know lots of restaurants. Buskers. Sakonic Grill. I have a long list of restaurants in my brain. All right, I've been letting this air out for quite a bit, so let's just get to the drinking. It's been 19 minutes, 20 minutes, good God. So it's aired out sufficiently. It smells lovely. So far, all I've been able to get really is a brown sugar, maybe a little bit of caramel thing. That one's, I have caramel macchiatos all the time, but for whatever reason, that's the harder thing for me to pick out. I said brown sugar and very basic bourbon notes, but there is that purple lollipop thing, grape thing. I say grape, but I know purple lollipops taste nothing like grapes. It's a ruse. All right, let's give it. Ooh, that's delightful. A little bit. I actually didn't burn much going down. A little peppery at the end. A little bit of the tongue tingles. Ah. I've said this many times. I've said this many times. But for this is a great introduction bourbon. Hello, random creature, that bug thing that got in here. Die. Whatever. Joys of having open windows. I haven't had my window open today. It was too hot. So I have no idea where that thing came from. That was so easy. I don't want to call it smooth, but kind of was. I drank it. It tasted really good. A little sweet. I didn't try to analyze it too much because I try not to do that on the first sip. I'm doing it anyway. But I know why people like this. This is kind of... It's not too complicated at first for me. And that instantly makes me think, oh, this would be good to give to someone who is curious about bourbons, because it's not a high proof. It tastes pretty good. And it didn't fight at all. It wasn't like, oh, ooh, huh. So I can see why this is very popular with some people. And now I want a bottle, because this would be just lovely to have as a sipper while you're doing something. Editing videos and such. All right, let's do the old keep it on the tongue, see what happens. A little dry too, a little bit. Mostly tongue tingles. Like a hint of chocolate, maybe a little citrus. Tongue's definitely getting dry now. I guess I should expect that when I put alcohol on my tongue for any length of time. Good God, what are you people doing? If I get one like, I'm pretty happy about it. I also feel like I've done something good if I get one dislike. Don't dislike it if you don't dislike what we're doing. But every once in a while, there'll be one down. It's like someone decided that they didn't like this. Good on them. They're entitled to their opinion. I missed anything? Trying to make sure I watch chat. I can see why other whiskey tubers, like, I can imagine this chat going by stupidly fast, and why it's almost like you can't keep up only if people super chat. It's a curse, really. It's like, you have to give us money so we notice what you're saying. Understandable. And also, it's funny, I find it a very interesting kind of social phenomenon, or YouTube phenomenon. Damn. Anyway, brain going down a rabbit hole. That so many YouTube whiskey people who have the super chat aren't directly asking for money, but people love to give them money. They love seeing it pop up and they get to read their comment on the screen. It's amazing. And what's extremely funny about it is you look behind them, they have a giant wall of whiskey, similar to this, but about 10 times the size. So you have a feeling they don't really need it, but it's just fun. So the only reason I've been tempted to get the talk to Trev about the thing he gets with little fireworks, calls it like mega chat or something, because then you can at least see it. Like, if anyone donated right now, I have no idea. I would actually have to physically look at my phone or possibly change the settings. I don't know how to do that. Well, I could find out how to do that. But anyway, yes, that's all it takes. A little bit of something, and all of a sudden it's in my brain. All right, one more time. See if I get anything else. It is it's fairly quick as far as the experience. Just whoop, like that. I'm starting to give whiskey tastes and sensations a some kind of flow chart thing. I don't know if I've ever had a whiskey like that one, but hey. Not too sweet. I guess I have to say they're maybe a little bit like caramel. The grape lollipop isn't on the taste at all. So it's funny that was on the smell. I don't know, man. I just like it. God. I want to say so much more about it. I'm pretty sure that's why I like that sheet, little chart, because then it gives me some kind of organization to it all. I didn't even show you the color. That's the first thing I'm supposed to do. That's the color. It's bourbon colored. Would you agree? Yes or no? I have a feeling most people would agree. Viscosity? I should just write down that stuff. It's got legs. Most hard liquors do. I don't know why that's a thing, but I guess it is. Yeah. It moves pretty slow, actually, for lower proof. I got to admit, it is kind of nice just to watch that happen. It's like watching rain on the window, just watching it drip down. Except, twice as slow. Copper color. Copper, auburn, amber. I've heard them all. And I've heard so many different ways to say the same color. That's usually what bothers me. That's why I just say bourbon colored. And Irish whiskey is Irish whiskey colored, and Scotch is Scotch colored. Although Scotch is one of the ones that fluctuates the most. Irish kind of is the same. It's got that yellow hint to it, almost golden-ish. And then with Scotches, it can go anywhere from almost clear to, I was going to say very dark color, but also, they can sometimes add coloring because they do that with some of them. Not many, but it's happened. So I hear. The other thing I'm trying to do is drink faster. It's probably not a good idea, especially since I haven't had lunch or dinner. I had breakfast. So there's that. I might order something for takeout. Nope. There are people out. It's Sunday. I don't want to. All right, here we go. Let's go do the thing. I'm going to do the thing. Here comes the thing. See if I can do this without hurt myself. I'm going to share the screen because I realized part of what I do in general is I'm looking at this other screen over here and trying to dictate what I'm seeing to you. Suddenly I realize the option is right in front of me that I can share a screen so you can see what I'm looking at. I know, astounding, amazing, just magic, technology and such. Let's see if I can do this without hurt myself. I have to go choose a tab, and then I have to remember which one it is. There we go. Bam. Science. I'm tiny. It feels weird. So here we go. We have the Fusion series, number 4. Number 4, Fusion? Okay. We'll scroll down. I can read it to you because I can see it, but for you, it's probably pretty tiny. But at least you can see it. They got little pretty bottles. Look at that. It's beautiful. I want one. I want both of them. I don't even know what the other one is, and I want it. Okay, here we go. Fusion number 4. First, let's look at the blend here because, as it was said earlier, there's a blend. They don't tell you what it is, though. They say the origin. The origin for 40% of it is Kentucky. That does not clarify anything. I'm a little annoyed at that. I'd like to know which distillery. Is it MGP? I remember. No, wait. MGP is somewhere else, isn't it? Isn't it? Like Indiana or something? Help me out with that one. My brain is fried, as usual. MGP is somewhere else. It's not Kentucky, I think. I'd almost bet money on that if I had money to bet on things. All right. Blend. 40% Kentucky. Age 13 years. Mash bill. Corn, 74%. Rye, 18%. Malted barley, 8%. So it's got rye. Okay, good to know. It's got quite a bit of rye, actually, now I'm looking at it. It's a blend of rye, I guess. I'm finding that rye is more popular these days. I know there are wheaters out there, wheated bourbons. Indiana. Okay, I never began with an I. I don't even know what I said. Did I say Indiana? Maybe. Keep that up there for a little longer so I don't forget. I'm still trying to find a good way for me to describe things that's just a little different from others because, yeah, Whiskey Tube's a place and it's huge. This is very comfortable whiskey. Very comfortable. I can almost see myself doing that thing like in my head, imagining I'm sitting next to a fireplace, reading a good book on a very comfy leather chair, just sipping on this, smelling it every once in a while, just reading. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Anyway, something like that. That's the image that comes to mind while I'm sipping this. Not too fancy, mind you, but comfortable. Cozy, if you will. This is a very complicated chart, I gotta say. I'm trying to understand it. Let's see if you help me out if you can. If you know anything, if you know any secrets about this stuff. So the blend, 40% of this whiskey is just Kentucky bourbon of some sort that has been aged 13 years. That might be a clue. This 13 years is kind of specific. I'm used to seeing 10-year stuff and lower stuff. Like there's a lot of young bourbons out there, 3, 4, 5 years. 10 is kind of the cutoff point most of the time. So 13 years, that's something I feel like I could look up on Google and have a bunch of options. We have numerous mash bills. That's another interesting part. The Kentucky one, this is another thing that's a clue. If I wanted to look up a mash bill and try to figure it out, I have it right here. Maybe I'll do that later. I don't want to try to do it now because that feels like a lot of typing and Googling as I do. It's research, I swear. It's what they call it. When people use Google, they say they did research. At least that's what it is in my case. And they have 3 different Bardstown Bourbon Company things. I guess I can also do this. Look, I have a cursor. Can you see it? Probably not. But I can. So Bardstown Bourbon, 11% of this stuff is a Bardstown Bourbon Company 3-year that they did corn, 60% corn, and 40% rye. That's pretty high. Isn't that like high rye bourbon? I feel like that's a thing. There's like a certain percentage to call it rye whiskey or rye. I don't know. Little bits of info that are in my brain that don't stay for very long. It's lovely. 15% of this is a corn, 78% with 10% rye and malted barley, 12%, also 3 years. So 2 3 years, 1 4-year, that is 34%. It's a decent chunk. And that is similar to the first one, except it's less corn, less corn, same rye, more malted barley. And that's 34%. So those two take up quite a bit. So it's a lot of corn, decent chunk of rye, and a fair chunk of malted barley. Although from the 3-year one, or at least the second one down, I guess I should say, that 40% rye has got to do something. I couldn't tell you this was a rye, but I also know I tend to enjoy ryes just by happenstance. So it's not surprising that I do enjoy this quite a bit. I wonder, this is going to be a thing, and I feel so bad for Whiskey Mountains. But every time I think of rye now, I'm going to be like, I wonder if Whiskey Mountains would like this. And there's a decent chunk of rye in this, but it's pretty, as I said, it's comfortable. But again, this is my palate, my tastes. I tend to like ryes, even the high rye stuff, or the 100% rye. There's one right behind me, actually. What the hell is it called? Alberta Premium. That's pretty amazing. It's an experience, to say the least. Ow. What's going on? Barton, 1792. Is it? If it is, it's going to be a real funny coincidence in a minute. Yeah, well, less than 30 minutes, hopefully. I wouldn't call it decadent. I would call it comfortable. If you're asking me that question, I have no idea. I'm just catching up on chat now. Sherry cask. Definitely getting lost. Oh, wait, what'd you pick up? Give it to me, whatever it is. I mean, so what? Trying to read chat and do things at the same time is fun. Glen Scotia? I know Glen Scotia, vaguely. All right. Oh, since I still have this up, forgetting that I'm tiny all of a sudden, let us scroll up and see what some of these notes are. This is tiny print. I need my other glasses. I haven't gotten them yet. Damn it. The latest series, Fusion number 4, showcases the Fusion. You know what? Let me do this. My second screen is great, but it's also crap. Ooh, that was different. I didn't know it was going to do that. And now it's gone. There we go. Can't tell if it's still being seen. All right, this is a little easy for me to read. Unfortunately, now all I can see is myself. Oh, wait, and chat. So, description. The latest series, Fusion 4, showcases the fusion between exemplary 13-year-old sourced bourbon with our own carefully selected mash bills. As we grow our bourbon ages, a difference you can taste with each Fusion release. I would love to try all their fusions one after the other. I would also love to have each one of the fusions, which is clearly not going to happen unless someone sends me all the samples. Thank you again, Amy Bone, for sending me this one. This is delish. Tasting notes. A complex boutique of apricot, black cherry, and cinnamon meet the oak and smoke of 13-year Kentucky bourbon. Rich maple and toffee, coat the palate, and lead to a lasting hazelnut finish. Hazelnut, huh? All right, let's see. I'm not getting black cherry. Cherry is something I get from Maker's Mark easy. Cinnamon, sure. Oak and smoke, that's... Unfortunately, my brain defaults smoke to, Lafroig and peated scotches, so... I kind of get what they mean. If I think about it, I can sort of get that little hint of the charred barrel, sort of. And of course, it's after I read it, and I have to really think about it and smell it pretty hard. I gotta stick my whole nose. What else? Cinnamon, smoke, 13-year Kentucky bourbon, rich maple and toffee. Coat palate. I can get toffee. I'm not getting maple. Granted, it's been quite a while since I had any maple syrup, like actual maple syrup. However, I know I can get it around here because of New England. Vermont isn't that far away, and that's pretty popular up there. Mom, did you bring back any maple syrup? Probably not. There's a lot of maple syrup places you can go, and Ben & Jerry's as well, which is the main reason I like going there, other than skiing. Lasting hazelnut finish. Hazelnut. First of all, I don't know if... Oh, wait. The only hazelnut I can think of course, is in Ferrero Rochers. Is that what they are? That has a hazelnut in the middle, right? Of course, their chocolate is absolutely amazing. So that's going to be hard for me to pinpoint. When I initially think of hazelnut, unfortunately, it's like hazelnut lattes or something like that. And I don't really like the taste of the fake stuff, like the fake hazelnut stuff. Not a fan. Well, there you go. There's those official tasting notes from the website. I also give you the amount, 750 milliliter bottle, $60. Well, that's why I don't own one, isn't it? Holy crap. The other one, Discovery Series number 4, is 130. Not going to read any of that. I mean, this is my first time trying it. I seem to like it. I didn't like the price. I'll give it that. For the price of this, like this is very pleasant to me, very comfortable. Would definitely use it to introduce people to bourbon if they were new to it. Kind of wish I had a bottle just to give my friend some. My friend Greg, I'm going to send him a sample box of stuff soon. He had a bad experience with peated scotches, so I hope to wean him into that again somehow. First, we're starting with bourbons, then maybe sidestep to Irish, then maybe go into Japanese whiskey, closer to Scotch, then go into the non-peated Scotches, and then maybe, just maybe, start to get them into the slightly peated stuff. Oban 14 is a favorite of mine. I would like to maybe introduce him to that someday. But again, he had a bad experience with peated scotch. And by that, I mean a friend of ours decided it'd be funny for him to take a shot of peated scotch after they'd had quite a bit to drink, and he had no idea what it was at first. So he just knocked it back, having no idea what was about to happen to him. Thus, he never wants to try scotch again. Long story. All right, do the thing back to where I was. Let's see. Hello. That's probably what you meant, Bourbon, by less Bardstown, more mustache. Well, here we go. More mustache. You're welcome. Whiskey Samurai, hello, welcome. Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry you're late. Be here when you can. The main thing I like to tell people is you want to be here and you can't be here. Like, I don't want to stress people out. It's like, oh, I gotta be there. Like, if you're here, great. If not, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Eat them pork chops, man. I wish I had pork chops right now. Sheesh. Well, as I said, I haven't really eaten. Ooh. Really? Send me some. No. I'm sure I'll try it someday. I'm very fortunate in the samples I've been getting lately. So, like, even I'm pretty sure I showed these on the unboxing I did on Friday. Friday? Sure. But you can't see them all together here, but look at this. I don't think I have enough of hands here. All these vials. This doesn't even count the two I'm opening. These are all from Amy Bohm, and they all look delish. I mean, the Bardstown alone right now is just a lovely experience. The price, again, off-putting to me, being the person I am, being a guy who's literally making a YouTube channel, and very surprised that people are donating and joining the Patreon and helping me do more. But, yeah, the funds. I don't have the funds. The only way I've tried a lot of bottles was due to samples, so this is pretty sweet. Where's my glass? There it is. Good God. Okay, chatting. Good. I'm always terrified I'm going to miss something that people are talking about. But I love the fact that you guys are pretty tight. You know each other from other channels. You come here, you have some whiskey, just chill out. I know It's Bourbon Night is going on next. I'll do that in a little over an hour. So I know myself, I'm waiting to do that. And then we have a number of different channels go live after that. I may not be around for that because I might be trying to get a video out tomorrow. I'm not going to say that's definite. It's something I would like to do, and I'm going to try to do. Not sure it's going to happen. Depends on how I'm feeling after all this and after It's Bourbon Night, because I'll have at least one drink for them. I mean, you kind of got it. It's rude if I don't. Oh, man, really? Why? What? I want to read more about Discovery. I still have the webpage up here, but I know I shouldn't because there's a whole bunch of info I don't want to be influenced by unintentionally. So I will not look at it. But you let me know why you think Bardstown Discovery is so good. Why is it called Discovery? We were talking about the other one here, the Fusion. Finding out there was a blend of different things. Mostly Bardstown, but like a fair chunk of it was from just somewhere else. Well, I hope not. I don't like competition. It makes me uncomfortable. But I'm happy to get everything. Believe me, it's one of those little. As I've said, I gotta stop saying as I've said before too. You may have heard me say in other streams. There we go. It's slightly different. This isn't exactly something you can get used to. At no point in time in my life did I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to broadcast myself on the internet via YouTube to a bunch of people I don't know, drink whiskey, talk about it a little bit, and people are just going to give me more for nothing. Or at least to have me try it. I mean, that's the whole point, to make more content, drink more whiskey, etc. But you can't think that 10 years ago, 2 years ago. I initially made this webpage, started making YouTube content simply for my own sake, to have videos I could look back on later in life, 10, 20 years down the road, that kind of thing, to literally watch my progression into whiskey. I wasn't even certain I was going to enjoy whiskey enough. I started out with like, okay, let me see what happens with this. And later on, I can look back and be like, oh, that was silly of me to try whiskey. But instead, it was, oh, that was silly of me to record with such bad lighting and that kind of thing. So, like, I would love people here to go look back at the first videos. They're awful. Literally, me turning on the camera, recording it straight to YouTube, I think. No editing, no nothing. They're all about like 5 to 10 minutes long. I don't even remember what I was saying. Same corner. That's the funny thing. You can actually look at it. It's the same exact place, but you can see the progression of how this has evolved, I suppose, a little bit, which is fun. Fun for me. I mean, I like to look back and be surprised by all that. Yes. What I'm very hopeful for is that along, the next year or two, getting more and more patrons who actually stick around and donate, because that, I don't even know how to feel about that. It's hard for me to believe, people are willing to actually donate money just to help me keep doing this. Like, and again, like the fact that I'm using a StreamYard to its fullest, sort of, I'm not paying a hell of a lot for it because a lot of it's just not really necessary. But just being able to have done that is directly due to patrons. It's crazy. I would not have been able. I'd still have the free version with the damn duck in the corner if it weren't for the fact that people are at least willing to give me a Patreon stuff. And I try to make content on there. It's still weird. It's like having an Instagram for only a few people almost. You do some lenses and some streamy stuff. Well, no, I do like lenses. I guess that's what they're called on hello. Lenses on Instagram when I'm going live and everything. It still feels weird. But I also use something called Marco Polo. My mom knows what that is. We sometimes talk back and forth with that. Interesting app. If you have friends you don't get to see very often. You can see them on your phone, do a little video, say hi. I like it. Of course, they have a paid version now. I think my mom has it. Mom, paying for stuff, paying for apps. What are you doing? Ah, here we go. Andrew, thank you for the info. Fusing their own distilleries with older sourced bourbons, discovery might refer to discovering how good blended bourbon sourced from other distilleries can be when done right. That sounds good. I like fusions. I've seen some pretty weird fusions out there. Granted, I'm thinking of food at the moment. What's a fusion that's really weird? So it's usually two things you wouldn't expect. One that comes to mind, but is also well known, and it's one of those things that people aren't going, oh, it's a fusion. It's a banana and ice cream. There's someone out there a long time ago who's like, I'm going to put a banana with ice cream just to see what happens. See how good that is. What else is there? Chocolate oranges. That's another thing. Or even chocolate covered cherries. Taking fruits and putting chocolates on them. That seems pretty obvious to me, but at one point in time, it wasn't. Chocolate covered peanuts, chocolate covered almonds. Anything that's one thing that's kind of a whole different category just mixed in with another. I know people put peanut butter on their burgers occasionally. That's one of those ones that call a bizarre kind of fusion. Sounds good to me, but also I don't really dig peanut butter that much. Basically, like a lot of people write stuff down. They have a notebook, that sort of thing. And for me, one, I'd lose the notebook. I'd forget what I wrote. My handwriting, terrible. So I did the only obvious thing I could and just make little video diaries about my initial experiences with whiskey. I really need to go back and look at some of them because a lot of them are stuff you can't even get, like early on. Drinks by the dram, that kind of stuff. Who did something here? Alex Brurier. Alex. Thank you, you crazy man. What have you done? Would you like me to do something with that? Because that's surprising. I don't. I'm not going to say the cost, but thank you very much. That was amazing. That is going to go to many things. I might just take myself out to dinner, or I might just buy a really sweet bottle. That is at least one bottle of wild turkey, or 40. I almost said it out loud. Shit, I did. Let's say it's less than 50. More, oh, God damn it. So anyway, I just got $40. I should say that actually, because it's not showing up their super chats. I just hate to call people out. But again, that's exactly what happens with super chats. It just feels weird. So Alex donated $40 to the channel. I'm trying to think of what to do with that, because that's a decent chunk in my mind. And my mind is the type where it's like $100 is quite a bit of money. And, $40, that's a handle of wild turkey, actually, come to think of it. Thank you very much. I'm just, my brain immediately going, it's like, what kind of bottle can I get? What can I do with that? I have to do something. I have to improve the channel in some way. Oh gosh, chat's starting to move. Good God. Oh gosh, stuff is moving. Libation. Exploration. Hello. Welcome. That's a fusion. Korean barbecue tacos. Oh. I mean, tacos themselves, you could think, are kind of a fusion of a lot of things. Someone was like, okay, we're beef, tomato, lettuce, cheese. Let's put it all on this taco shell thing. It's going to be great. It'll be everywhere. Chocolate covered bacon? Oh, gosh. I haven't had that, but it sounds delightful. Oh, Mike Meyer. Hello. Welcome. Oh, it's getting bad if I'm missing names here. I'm failing. I'm not. Yeah, this song's stuck in my head now. That's the Robin Hood song. That's been popping in and out there for a while now. Well, I'm not a huge fan of bologna. I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter. I feel like I've had them once upon a time, but I don't remember when. Yes. I actually was worried last night that I wouldn't feel like drinking anything today because it was a late night, we'll say. I ended up visiting Hot Bitter Rolls at the very end of his stream. And then I jumped over to Cheech's channel as well and was on there for much longer than I intended. I think I wanted to be on there for an hour, and it was almost 2. I know I was going to bed at 4 a.m. That's all I got to say. And I'd had many whiskeys that day. Why did I have many whiskeys yesterday? Shoot. I just did. I had 3 or 4 over the course of 6 hours. Oh, unicorn. I like unicorns. Even my mom is flattered. I'm certainly flattered. Anyone donating money, it's like, oh, God, I'm not worthy. I mean, I am, but I certainly don't let myself feel that way for some reason. Right? Whoops. Let me do that. Exactly. The thing is, it was not a time black hole. I was well aware of when I wanted to stop, but then things just kept going, and I was like, I'm not really that tired. That was around 3 a.m. is when I wanted to stop, and then I was there for another hour just sipping on stuff. And some funny stuff did happen. That was hilarious when Cheech was just like, I'm going to mute everyone and just talk to KillCo. Like, oh, hi, what's going on? If you haven't seen me on other people's streams, when there are a lot of faces on the screen, when there's a lot of kind of overspeak, I really can't stand it trying to talk over people. It's one of my things where it's just, I don't want to do it. I won't. So I don't say as much. Even on the stream I did yesterday, I was on a number of streams yesterday. That's okay. I was on Scott Stananda's stream, and we talked a lot about Star Trek, if you like that kind of thing. Good times. I always like talking Star Trek and whiskey, oddly enough. Just we combined it into one. It's a wonderful thing. And then I was on Hot Bitter Rolls right at the end, and then I was on Cheech's channel. So good times. I don't know what the heck was going on with me, but fun. All right. Finishing this one off. It's almost been an hour. I'm still not drinking as fast as I should. I know other channels that go through 4 or 5 different whiskeys in the course of an hour. I don't know how they do it. Well, hello. Welcome. Ben Rude Official. Hello, my good fellow. What? I don't mind being called chap. I like that, actually. I've been considering maybe, if things ever get to the point where I have disposable income, which I don't right now, and I haven't for most of my life, actually, I would start to dress up nice. Like this is not exactly nice, but you know, it's fancy-ish. I look like some kind of gangster with this little dragon thing on here. It's awesome. But I've thought about doing the whole shtick where I get like a top hat, a monocle. Actually, I couldn't get a monocle. I have glasses. You know, have a nice little suit. Pretend like I know a lot about whiskey and talk in an English accent. Today we're having... Is that English? I don't know. Today we are having... Nope, that's Australian. British accent. I'm thinking of the Queen of England. That is not helping me. But anyway, you know, dressing up nice for some of these streams. It wouldn't really fit because I'm not a nice dress-up person. You know, I have like a stuffed animal up here with glasses on him. I got a poster of the Vlog Brothers. I got a rose up here for some reason. It's a fake rose. I have Star Trek. It's like my brain. It's just a mishmash of things, and me dressing up nice and having a top hat would just look a bit out of place. Still do it. Well, I'm okay with that. If I actually got that. What? Lies and slander. Oh, that's nice. I mean, it's mostly due to the mustache. It's not me. My demeanor is not a gentleman. I mean, sort of. I have a cane. I don't need it. It's not like I need it to walk. Today's topic, as always, is whiskey musings. So sometimes we go into just life stuff and world stuff and topics. Nothing crazy. We talk about whiskey most of the time. I was currently drinking a sample that was sent to me. Lovely stuff. This is the Bardstown Bird and Company Fusion number 4. It was delicious. I wish I had a whole bottle. I'm not going to lie. And I kind of went over it, reviewed it. I wouldn't say I reviewed it. I went over it. It was lovely. Next, oddly enough, 1792 was mentioned earlier. And I picked for today a 1792 bottle and bond. I've never had 1792 bottle and bond. I have, however, had a 1792 full proof store pick that was basically creme brulee in a glass. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if it's going to be as good as that, but I seem to enjoy 1792. I don't have a bottle right now, mostly because it's a little expensive. Maybe I'll use that $40 to that. I don't know. Not even sure how much an actual bottle is. No, the full proof bottle is probably around 60, come to think of it. We'll see. I'll look it up later. Witchy poison. Alex, I say the same thing. It's like, do I like it? Yes or no? In general, I usually do. Thankfully. I don't know. I kind of, yeah. Thanks, Mom. Zenchi the Priest. God, that's hard to say. Hello. Welcome. This is crazy. People from my Twitch channel are showing up. I don't even know what to say about that. I haven't streamed anything on there in basically a year. Probably a little more than that. But welcome to the show. It's good to broadcast on multiple platforms. And usually on Twitch, I was doing gaming. So it's nice to have people show up who are just here to chit-chat and talk about stuff. Oh, no, don't you dare. You've been too kind already. I'm curious about the price now, but I don't want to make you give any more. It's not why I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up because I'm curious. God damn it. I feel like it's around that. Oh gosh, chat's still moving. What's happening? Thumbs, yes. The YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. Twitch people can't do that unless they somehow find my YouTube page. Well, thank you very much. I made it myself. It's basically the corner of my apartment, and it's the cleanest area in the whole apartment. But we have the Vlog Brothers up here. If you don't know who they are, look them up on YouTube someday. They're amazing. They do a lot of charity work. They do a lot of books. What is happening? Hello, my dudes. I can't say your name. I'm going to call you DL. DL, welcome. The rest, I don't know. Life is whiskey. I mean, it's okay at the moment. We're getting by. It's Sunday. A lot of people have work tomorrow. A little stressful. But we also have whiskey to get us through till next week. Yes, the Vlog Brothers. Yeah, let's see if I can get this right. That's Hank, and that's John. Hank Green, John Green, they're brothers. They vlog to each other twice a week, and they have done quite a bit on the YouTubes for the community and the charity. Actually, they've done a lot of charity stuff. They actually write books too. Go look it up. It's a whole thing. I can't even try to describe it all. Oh, stop it. I'm going to blush. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Let's see. I feel like it's around that price. $17.90. Are we talking about the regular bottle? Oh, gosh, we can't do the bottled and bond because I got that right here. Let me see if it'll actually show me the options because this webpage is weird. It's dumb. It really is. Okay, it did show me stuff. Good. Did I mention this is a dumb site? Because it is. Sometimes I'll type in a name and it'll not show anything. You'll be like, no, I'm not going to show you everything we have. I'm just going to show you one thing or nothing. For this, I typed in 1792. It's showing 2 bottles. The 1792 full proof, which is $45, $44.99 officially, and then the 1792 small batch, which is $27.99. But it also showed me when I typed in 1792 the bottle and bond, which is in my hand right now. Don't know if I'm going to like it. We'll see. It didn't show me the price. It just shows me that it's there, but only if I type in the search engine 1792. Then it shows the full proof, bottle and bond, small batch twice for some reason. What the hell's going on here? I almost decided to do this. I was like, wait, that's not a good idea. Pour the damn whiskey, Brian. Right, sure, okay. God, stop yelling. Oh, booyah. Is tomorrow a holiday? Probably is. Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. I don't know. But if it is a holiday, good. More people will show up here and have drinks. I like that. Pick a bottle, any bottle. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's confusion. Bottle and bond, 1792. That's actually less. That's weird. Is the proof different? Hang on. I can't tell by looking at their little bottle picture. Damn it. Pour the whiskey. Right. Got it. Okay. Shush. Whoa, that was fun. It went gulk. I poured it too fast. No! Drop landed on my pants. I'm sad now. All right. Oh, yeah. Funny enough, it smells similar to the Bardstown. There's no such thing as focus in my brain, Mother. It's just a pinball machine, and I never know what's going on. It's great. I'm trying to look at the proof. I want to show me the proof. I'm distracted as always. I'm assuming, look at this is me needing my glasses, basically my other glasses. Bop, 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 bop. Huh. Let's do this. Nope, can't read it. So I have no idea what the 1792 bottle and bond is, except it's bottle and bond, so that probably means it's 100 proof. However, the full proof itself is a little more, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. But like I said, $44.99. You've been told. Do your worst. Oops, stuff is happening. Next Monday. Okay, good. I knew there was a holiday coming up, but I didn't remember what. Whew. I mean, any bottle, that can be dangerous. Like with the last stream and the stream. Actually, last Wednesday, I was able to get that. It was you, wasn't it? But someone donated quite a bit of money so I could get a bottle. It was amazing. Good God, man. Probably. I'll get back to you on that. I would have to do some research on the website that I got here. But that's crazy. You're crazy. Good crazy, but good God. $120 is a portion of my rent. So a fair portion of it too. So I didn't say anything about the smell. Oh, it's good though. This one is a little bit like creme brulee. A little bit. Like the burnt part, the caramel stuff. A little burnt caramel stuff. And vanilla-ish. Ooh, that's tasty. I will, Alex. I will. I like you. You're a special kind of madman. Just like me. It's a good thing I don't have a lot of money. I'd be a little bit off the walls if I did. They walking down the street saying, "Hello, how are you? Here you go. Bye." People would just be like, "Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. I would go to restaurants and give big tips. That's what I really want to do because waiters and waitresses do not make enough money." It is not. What are taxes? And nothing here is taxable because it's all gifts. If it went through YouTube, there would probably be a tax, but thankfully it does not at the moment. But when it does, bleh. You're a silly man, Alex. Sane. Yeah, exactly. If anyone says they're sane, they're clearly crazy. Always remember. It's not as dry as the last one. I didn't even take a drink of water. What am I doing? How unprofessional of me. I have 2 alarms on my phone, so I do every day. That's how bad it is. It's at 2 times where you think I wouldn't be quite functional. It's at noon, so lunchtime for most people, and then midnight because I'm probably awake anyway, or right before bed, which is usually around 11:30 at the earliest. And I take 3 of them, aka I have to take 6 a day. Not pleased about that, but whatever. It's keeping me from being horribly depressed. If anyone wants to talk mental illness, this is a safe place. Everything's cool. I have mental illnesses of many sorts. So if you have them, as long as you're not being a meanie, it's cool. And then I have to say again, this past year, everyone has some kind of mental issues now. It's just, that's how it works. Everyone went through kind of a trauma with the whole world pandemic thing. So you're not going to get out of this 100% okay. Just saying. I worry about the children. No, I don't. I do know there's going to be effects, like because of what happened last year. I can only wonder how long it took for, what was it, 1918? There was a flu pandemic or something. How long it took for that to wear off. Oddly enough, no one actually remembered it until now, but still. God damn it. All right. I'm going to smell this, give my notes a little bit. It's actually kind of faint. Your basic bourbon notes, a little caramel, no vanilla. I think there's the oak char in here. There's not that smell I don't like, thankfully, and I still haven't figured out what that is. If you watched my video earlier in the week, well, technically last week, I said something about a taste/smell I get on, specifically it's on Evan Williams' Bottle and Bond. And if I add water to it, it's even more prominent. I still don't know what to call it. I said a couple of things. I forgot what they were, though. Ooh. This one isn't as sweet as the last one. It's still a nice smell. And it doesn't drink like it's 100 proof. Funny enough, it actually seems like it's the same as the last one I had, like 94. It doesn't drink as easily. I don't want to say it's as smooth, but kind of what I mean. There's nothing aggressive about it, but how do I explain this? Hold on. It's a little spicier, a little more prickly on my tongue. The finish is shorter and it's not as dry. Oh, it's still going now. Hold on. There we go. I found I can at least pick out when my tongue does that weird thing where all the moisture gets sucked out of it. That's one thing I'm fully aware of, at least. Bloody English, eh? Is that even an English accent? Hold on. There's one good English accent I can do, but it's actually a terrible English accent. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A sweeper's as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Probably one of the worst fake English accents out there, but still, it's fun. Okay, let's get on to the fun part, which is the investigation. See if I can do this again. Still new at it. Getting used to doing the sharing. Everyone likes to share. And if you don't, well, what are you doing? Bop, 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 bop. Shoot, shouldn't have done that. Right on. Bottled and Bond, 1792. They have a webpage. I'm pointing the wrong way. It's over there. Let us see. I can buy it online. That's cool. Didn't know that. Great. Double gold medal. Whatever that means. That's one of those statements that just confuses me. It's like gold medal is usually enough. So double gold, that's great too. But also, why? I thought it was just gold, silver, bronze. That made it pretty easy. Now it's double gold, double silver, 3 times the bronze. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. All right, let's do this again where I have to move it around a bit. I can't see the chat at the moment. At least not. Well, I can, but it's a little weird now. See what they say about their Bottled and Bond product. In 1897, the Bottled and Bond Act revolutionized the quality of American whiskey. That is true. Carrying on that tradition, this well-aged bourbon comes from only barrels filled during the same distilling season and is bottled exactly 100% proof. Hey, good to know. For a bold taste and lingering finish. It does linger a bit. A testament to the Bottled and Bond Act established over a century ago. There's been some debate over the Bottled and Bond Act recently on the whiskey tubes or just around where people are wondering if it's even necessary anymore. Because it was in place because whiskey stuff was super sketch back in the day. It could basically be anything with alcohol, and people could do whatever they wanted to it, and they could say it's whiskey. There was a reason it started. So E.H. Taylor himself was involved. Hello. I'm getting that weird candy note again, but it's not grape this time. What is that? Maybe it's those, where is it? Oh, I have a whole bunch. They're right here. Werther's Originals. Maybe something like that. A little sweeter, I think, than that, but that's as close as I can get. It has tasting notes. It's like 3 sentences, but we'll see what they say. True to its heritage, the unmistakable spice of 1792 bourbon is met with notes of charred oak and fresh mint. Mint. Ooh, hold on. I can get that. There is... Usually I equate it to the alcohol, but there's a kind of a spike, like a... Makes you notice does that. It's a little sharp sort of thing that happens when you're smelling some whiskeys. I always equate it to alcohol, but I can also see it being a mint thing. I can understand what they mean with mint. Subtle caramel apple tones. Ooh, caramel apple. Are delicately balanced with the lingering essence of coffee and black pepper. Ooh. Black pepper I like. Coffee I like. They're speaking my love language, really, I guess. I don't get apple, though. Caramel, I said caramel, I think. You tell me, I already forgot. I can understand black pepper. I like black pepper. I put black pepper on a lot of things. A lot of it too. I like the spiciness, which is the tongue tingle. That's what I equate it to. I believe that's the alcohol. Officially, just doing that sensation on my tongue, the prickles, the little stabs, I could call it. I still haven't found a good word. It's a prickly sensation. I don't really get coffee. I drink a good amount of coffee every day, to be honest. Yeah. I like the caramel. I like the black pepper notes, but as far as apples and coffee, I don't get it there. There have been things before that I've gotten coffee with, but not this. And it has a nice little bottle. That bottle shape is pretty sweet to me. It's hefty. Hit someone with that and they'd fall over. Does it? For me, it does not. No. One, I haven't seen it on the shelves, thankfully, but I don't want to be involved with Malort. It'll happen. I know it will eventually, but I'd rather it didn't. I guess, how do I put this? I have an understanding that most people don't seem to like Malort. That's kind of its base. Just it's weird. You might not like it, but as someone who has developed an interest in alcoholic spirits of various sorts, whiskey in particular, yeah, I feel like it's something I would need to experience just to find out what the experience is like, and also if I don't like it. Oh, I'm still tiny. Hold on. Bloop. Hello. Welcome back. So, as much as I'd rather not drink Malort, I will try it someday. I'm trying to think of anything else where that's happened. Or it's an alcohol I didn't want to try, but I did. Well, I was reluctant to try. Oh, yeah, Fireball. I don't like Fireball. But lots of people do. I would not want to do a shot of it. There have been situations I've been in where everyone's like, hey, let's do some shots. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, let's have some Fireball. And I've gone, make mine a Jameson, please. I don't even know if I actually shot the Jameson or not. I probably just went just so I didn't get that horrible sensation that people get with shots, where it just burns and hurts your throat all the way down. Not the best way to enjoy alcohol, which I don't know. Well, I do know why that happened. I have talked about this before. Said it again. Alcohol was super sketch back in the day, so people would just shoot it and get it down your throat and into your belly to get the alcohol. But nowadays, alcohol goes through a rigorous process and is to be poured and enjoyed and sampled and smelled and just in good company. And a nice glass. It's a little fancy. Look at this little fancy glass. Hello. I know there are fancier glasses out there. There's a Copitas. So those have the stem. They're like freaking whiskey wine glasses, basically. Back to the question. In my brain, a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 would make more sense. Because that's like doing 1 through 100. It's just like you put a bunch of numbers, man. You either dislike it, 1. It's not bad, 50. And then 100, oh my gosh, I love it. That's where my brain is. So I might make 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. Same thing. Just narrowed down. Less big numbers. I don't know. People like numbers. Yep. Woodford Reserve. Oof. Yeah, I bet. That sounds pretty good, actually. The only Woodford I have is behind me, I think. Can I even see it? Oh, that's in the way. Where is it? Woodford, where are you? I know you're back here. So this is hard to do, believe it or not. I'm not looking at what I'm trying to touch. That is not it. There it is. Right here. It's got my logo on it. I didn't do that myself. Someone else did. You know who you are. You're in here. You're crazy good. Crazy good thing to do. Kentucky Hug. Oh, yeah. I get that with everything. Yes, I would agree. A little bit of a little cinnamon whiskey in an apple cider pretty much turns it into an apple pie. I agree with that. That is the proper use for flavored liqueurs, is to mix it with something else just to up the proofage a bit. I am a fan of cider, hard ciders in particular. I used to drink something called, God, what was it called? I immediately blanked out on the name. I just thought of Angry Orchard. That's still around. Cider Jack. I think it was called Cider Jack. Long gone now, but I have a glass from Cider Jack, so it did exist. That was pretty good stuff. I like, I think it's called Down East Cider or something like that. And also there's an Angry Orchard out there, the unfiltered, Angry Orchard unfiltered. So it's all hazy and it's a higher proof. I think it's 6% instead of 5%. So good. Adult apple juice, basically. Well, I did it, folks. I managed to drink 2 whiskeys, not entirely, but I will, in an hour and a half instead of 2 hours. Yay for me. I will be pouring something else for our next show, or for the next streamer going live. It's bourbon night, by the way, in case you didn't know. They'll be going live in about a little over 30 minutes. I don't want to do math in my head. Real nice. Again, the 100 proof. You don't even know it. Granted, I do like higher proofs, so I like to think I have a tolerance of sorts to it. While other people might sip on this and be like, oh, God, why? Palate cleanser probably sounds real weird next to the mic. Oh, pretzels. Works for me. All right. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I have to make sure that this bourbon night is actually going on live next. I feel like they are, but I'm not certain. They are. Oh. They'll be drinking finished whiskey. That sounds fun. There is one whiskey I have not gotten in a while due to the cost. Alex, don't you dare. But it is called Angel's Envy. If you've ever had Angel's Envy, it's not technically a bourbon just because of what they did to it. They finished it in something. So they have to call it something else, like a blah, blah, blah spirit finished in something casks. Lovely bottle. I wish I kept mine, but I didn't. And that was something I drank 3 years ago, maybe. And I found out there are other types of freaking Angel's Envy out there, which are more expensive. There's an Angel's Envy rye that is a lot. At least where I've seen it, it was like $70 or something. I don't remember. Back to looking stuff up on Cappy's website. And if you didn't know, Cappy's is a nearby liquor store that I use often. I believe I can send you the link. If anyone actually wants to buy me a bottle directly, that's an option. I don't know if anyone wants to do that. Alex, I don't think you want to do that because I'd have to go pick it up. It would be under, you'd have to say KillCo, or you'd have to say Brian/KillCo or Brian K/KillCo. They know me there. It shouldn't be an issue, but sometimes when I get to the register, they get a little weirded out. That only happened last time because they weren't aware that I had a bottle there that was mine at the register. Sorry. Let's see what I'm talking about here. Angel's Envy. Don't think I've had that many finished bourbons, come to think of it, other than Angel's Envy. I'm trying to think of something else, and it's not coming to me. There is Jameson Port Cask Finish, which I do like. That's very good. If you've never tried it, give it a go. If you like Irish whiskey at all, and if you like Jameson specifically, wow, is good. I like Angel's Envy Rye Whiskey. Oh, God. Ugh. Yeah, the Angel's Envy Straight Bourbon is a fair amount of money, but the Angel's Envy Rye is at least $40 more than that, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what the proof is either. Does it tell me? Please tell me. It's only 50%. Oh, God, it's ridiculous. There was some stuff I took pictures of. If you ever want to check out my Instagram, I try to post. Well, I don't try. Oftentimes, when I go to liquor stores, I like to post stuff, bottles that look interesting, prices. specifically prices. I want to do something impossible. I know it's something that's happening online in general. There are a lot of places you can find the general prices of certain things, but the mom and pop shops do not count. They're not involved. Like if they don't have a website that you can browse, like wrong direction, like the one I'm looking at now, it's not even an option. You can't tell. And that kind of makes mom and pop shops little gold mines. You can always find that special bottle that you were looking for. And it's $20 less than you could find it anywhere else because they have no idea what it is. That happens with people with like Wellers and Blantons and stuff like that. That doesn't really happen though. I think Wellers and Blantons, just because you have the ability to get them by other liquor stores, is what makes them kind of rare and why they can jack up the price on you. Yay! I will check my Instagram now because I've run out of things to talk about. I mean, because I actually want to see bottle prices for things I looked at last time. I went to a store recently specifically to get this product, Mr. Black, which I may be reviewing later tonight and putting a video out for tomorrow. Do not guarantee that will happen because I will have had 3 whiskeys by then. And I may just not feel like it. But really, I do want to try that. Mr. Black has been sponsoring a lot of YouTube channels that I like. I'm going to pretend that it's sponsoring me at the start. It is not. They said something to me on Instagram, so I'm special now. They're looking forward to my review. They haven't sponsored my channel yet. I don't even know what the first sponsor I would get is. God, that would be really weird if I was sponsored by anything. Also, I may do a video about this one at some point in the near-distant future. Near-distant? Sure. My mother got me this. Thank you, Mom. See if it wants to focus. Focus on what is in front of you, you stupid camera. No? You're not feeling it? You don't want to cooperate? Cover my face. There you go. No? Can anyone actually read that? I'm going to make it touch the actual camera. You know what? It focused last time. Now it just doesn't want to because it's Sunday. That's what it is. Anyway, this is Smuggler's Notch Distillery, straight bourbon whiskey from Vermont. It's actually a place me and my parents stay occasionally. I've never actually had their bourbon, and they also have a flavored one. It's in the freezer right now. I think it's maple flavored because, you know, Vermont. Uh-oh. My mother's going after you guys. She demands your thumbs as well as YouTube. Sorry. But yes. Hit the like button if you want. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Anything is appreciated. Leave comments later. Comment in the, talk and chat, whatever. Watch all my content. Just leave it on play and put it on mute. We're working on getting those watched hours. We're almost at 4,000. By the way, if you didn't know, YouTube wants you to get 4,000 watch hours before they pay attention to you. I am at 2,000. Halfway there. Ah, shit. Whoa, halfway there. I did that already. Stop it. 4th of July pour show? I haven't, but that's only because my birthday is like right after 4th of July. I've been trying to focus on that a little bit. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I may do a live stream. I may not. I may do one before. I may do one after. Simply because I'm not sure what day it lands on, honestly. So we'll see. But the 4th of July, gotta admit, I'm not super patriotic. I hate to say it. Actually, I don't hate to say it. I'm just not. But I do like the idea of doing something for 4th of July. Like American spirits, American bourbons. Well, I'd like to do actually American whiskey, come to think of it. Because that'd be a thing. Could try a variety of American whiskeys. Keep saying bourbons. I could just drink a lot of bourbon because bourbon's an American product. I could do that. The one that comes to mind initially is Jim Beam Repeal Batch. But I think I've done a review of that ages ago. Maybe. We'll see. I'll find a few bottles that have red, white, and blue on them. That might count for something. There's going to be a whole influx of stuff around that time of year. There always is. What'd you do? Oh my God. Well, I can do that. Thankfully, That's one of those little things. I don't have to. I like the idea of other people being able to buy me a bottle there and me picking it up, but it is just so much more simple to go directly to me. And then I can go right over there. It's 5 minutes away, literally. But no, to answer the question, I'm not giving 4th of July much thought because I can't think that far in the future. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow officially. So, a Wednesday. All right. I've been mulling over doing more Wednesday streams. Well, doing another Wednesday stream, I should say. I did one last Wednesday. It turned out well. There were actually people there, so that's a plus. Managed to finish my bottle thing because someone here is a maniac. You know you are. Oh, yeah, man. I don't know if I believe in karma, but I do think there's sort of an ebb and flow to things. I guess people would call that karma. But I try to be. How do I put this? This is some musing thinking right here. Hold on. That's a good idea, John. Rhode Island Distilleries. I do have a bottle that I've kept next to me for 3 years. I've yet to open. I was gonna say a good what is it called? A good blah blah blah. A good turn never goes unrewarded. That doesn't sound right. A good deed never goes unrewarded. But then again, my brain was like, a good deed always goes unpunished. Will go unpunished. I don't know. I've heard a variation of that kind of thing. But the idea that I have in my head is something that's been said online numerous times. You can never know what someone else is experiencing. Never. You can only understand what you're experiencing. And if in a moment of your time, in a moment of your life, you're just passing through, I'm thinking specifically for me, I was going to my car. I don't even remember what happened. I really don't. But I was walking to my car in the parking lot, and someone seemed like they needed assistance. I don't even remember what it was. But it's that kind of thing. You know, you take 2 minutes out of your day to assist someone, changes their entire day. It's that kind of thing. Even with saying hello to someone, granted, I do not like talking to people I don't know. I don't even like being near people I don't know. But if I find myself in that situation where it's like, oh, I can't avoid it, it doesn't hurt you to say hello to someone. They may not say hello back. They may grumble. They may say hello. I mean, it's that little bit of positivity that can change someone's day, and you wouldn't even know it. I feel like too much. Oh, I'm going on a rant. But anyway, the main point is that there's too much disconnect in the world right now. There isn't enough simple things. Just saying hello, not even saying the things that can trigger someone's like good morning or good night or saying good anything. I usually just say morning or hello. Hello's pretty safe. I could just say hi. It's probably a little safer. My point is, treat others with kindness. The other thought that comes to mind is, what would Mr. Rogers do, sort of thing. He was a pillar of many of us who grew up in that era. I grew up in the 80s as a kid, watched plenty of Mr. Rogers. He was very influential on me, and I hope a lot of kids. Same with Sesame Street. That kind of childlike curiosity. And that's the other thing I'm thinking about here. That's another thing you can think about is, what would a child do to a stranger? Like, a child is very, as long as nothing horrible has happened to them, they're very open and willing and kind things. I mean, children in general, they don't see anything bad about other people initially. They'll say hi to everyone, that kind of thing, which can be really annoying for some parents, but you know what I mean. You can't outgive God. And she used to talk like about mom. I don't remember that. Yeah, don't do that. That can be bad. There you go. It does happen. I mean, if you look at history, it's happened plenty of times. But if you start hearing things and thinking you should do God's will, I would suggest talking to someone first, a professional maybe. That can be that's a tricky ground right there. Too many bad things have happened because people thought God told them to do it, unfortunately. True. I like cardigans. I have a very nice sweater, which I could start wearing, but probably in the winter. Maybe I'll do that as a joke. A little nod to Mr. Rogers. It's a big gray thing. Real cozy. It's a jacket, but it's super cozy. I don't think I could do that for now because honestly, I don't even want to wear this. Thankfully, my apartment's air conditioned, but it is 80-ish out there, and that is uncomfortable for my tastes. I could sing Mr. Rogers' song. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for the neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Something like that. It's horrible. I don't remember the lyrics. Okay, James, you let me know. It does happen, so just saying. My way of saying this stuff is you can believe whatever you want as long as it doesn't inflict damage on other people. Unfortunately, I found religions in general have a very peculiar way of doing things. You can believe whatever you want, as I said, but if you find you are causing others harm or ostracizing others, I ask that you think about things a little bit. That's all I can say. I like to keep things PG here, so to speak. Actually, I like to keep things rated R, probably, but well, barn door, lesson learned. You can spread your wisdom to others. I've only had one prune that I know of. It didn't taste like much, honestly, and it had that weird little pit thing in the middle. I don't know why people eat those. I was doing something until I went on that little musing rant, as I like to call it. And I just said that now. I've never called it before, but amusing rant. Amusing rant. Amusing. Oh, I didn't even realize that when I said it. That is terrible. Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole is another distillery I've heard a lot of things about, but the prices are outrageous. Yeah, I saw some bottles last week, the week before, recently, whatever. High West. High West has some good stuff. Knob Creek, I've heard good things about the 15-year. Help me out on that. I've heard there's a 9-year, but I feel like the 15-year is being talked up. Heaven's Door. That's another one that I've gotten varying results on. I know It's Bourbon Night just did a review of some celebrity alcohols. Celebrity bourbons, I think, is what it was. But what it was? Celebrity bourbons is what they had. And they did give Heaven Hill a pretty high mark, but they also gave one Heaven Hill a pretty low mark. So there's that. And again, those are very expensive. There's some Jack Daniels out there I want to try. There's a Jack Daniels 27. Is that right? No, that can't be right. Anyway, there's a Jack Daniels out there that's apparently going for $100. That's nuts. I would recommend the Jack Daniels single barrel. I've heard good things about it, and I tried it once myself. As a video I did. Don't remember when, but it's out there somewhere in the world. I did see Angel's Envy for $55. That's not too bad. I forget what it was at the other store. I think it said $60. $17.92 full proof. $45, same thing. Oh yeah, yellow spot and green spot. I need to find a blue spot. That's on the list. I have no idea how much that is, but it's on the list. Connemara, good stuff. Russell's. I can get Russell's now. I didn't know that before. Piggyback. Ooh, one I did want to get, but the price of it is absurd. $70. Whistle Pig Homestock whiskey, because that was the one they sent out when things went crazy, when we all were in lockdown. So it's Homestock instead of whatever the hell it normally is. But then again, it's Whistle Pig. Stupid expensive. Old Forester, I can get that if I want. Usually I don't see that on the shelves where I am. And of course, as some of you may know, I got Rare Breed recently. I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. Whew. How much was it? Hold on. I can actually tell you the price, I think. Yeah. So I found a Rare Breed for $47. That is a lot to me. But every place else I've seen it around me, and I by that I mean the one or two places I might have seen it, it was easily more than $50. So once I saw it for less, it was a. And knowing how long it's been since I've had one, it's been probably 2 years, and I really liked it last time I had it. So that was a fig. Sorry, prunes, figs. I can't keep track. Behave yourself. You know, Worf like prune juice, man. I don't know what everyone has against prunes. Wilderness Trail barrel proof rye? Is that what BP means? I assume. WP10 to shame. What's WP stand for? I can't remember things. It's not wild turkey. Well, I did say something earlier, but I forget what it was. You let me know, DC. Translate for me, please, because I can't do it. About Whistle Pig? Yeah, Alex, you tell me. I can only tell you that I've had, if you go back to this past December, if you want to watch my video content and what I've done, what I've said, what I reviewed, blah, 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 I did 3 different Whistle Pigs. They were donated by the Schwagner. And it was the tiny ones, tiny little bottles. But I got to sample 3 different types. And though they were good, the moment I looked at the prices for them, I was like, no, it's nice. It's good. It's an interesting thing, rye whiskey. But for the price, hell no, man. Hell nah. No way. Not even little. I'd certainly like to get more samples of different types. I tried the 3, and those were wonderful, but the prices of them are just outrageous. They just are. Simple as that. Much like many bourbons and whiskeys out there. Once you get past $100, I have to question what you're doing there. Irish is different. So is Scotch. Only because of the age statements. That's it. I can understand paying more for something that has taken longer to produce. So 10-year-old bourbon, $50, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on how much you have of it, clearly. But you get that in Ireland. An example, Red Spot, 15-year. When I found that and when I bought the bottle, and by bought, I mean used a credit card, don't do that, it was $125. That's a hell of a lot of money in my book. I don't have $125, less credit card. And it wasn't great. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it was not worth the price of $125. However, I understand that it was also a 15-year-old Irish whiskey. So I was mostly paying for that. I was paying for the age statement. It was tasty. I enjoyed it. I had a sample of it recently. I think it was that last Friday? I have no idea. Recently, I had a sample of it. It was still very good. But it's always the price thing that's going to put me off. It just is. It's the same thing that I feel is going to happen with Blue Spot. I am fairly certain Blue Spot right now is $100 or more. I haven't looked because it's just something I can't afford, or I assume I can't afford. And I am worried that even though it's a high proof Irish whiskey, which I already know I like, Redbreast 12 cask strength, good stuff. But it's still $75 for a bottle of that, which is a little outrageous. But that is 12 years. Ugh. The back and forth can go on for ages. Like Blue Spot doesn't. I don't believe Blue Spot has an age statement. So it's that kind of thing. It's the high proof you're paying for there, I think. Not sure. Huh. I would say pass, but that's because I don't have $100 yet. I feel I did a review on Weller Special Reserve, and that was pretty good. That was also something I got for free, so there's that. Try it. If you can find, I could say something else. If you are familiar enough with the Schwagner, the mash bill, you may be able to convince him to send you something via hand delivery service, because he's the one who sent me that sample pack of 3 different whistle pigs. It was, I don't know how much it was. You can ask him about it, but that I would say, do that. If you can even find it in your area, if you could find that sample pack, try that. I don't know how much it is, again, but that'll give you a fair idea of, is it worth it or not. And for me, interesting stuff. I enjoyed it. Would I pay that price? No. No, I would not. Mostly because I can't. Keep that in mind always. I don't know, man. We've heard that Canadians hoard all the good stuff for themselves. I do know that the recent bottle that was donated to the channel, I say recent, that happened last year. The Alberta Premium. That's pretty good stuff. The only Canadian whiskey I have at the moment, actually. Get stuffed. Richie Z, hi. Welcome. Nice to see you. I've had 2 whiskeys. I've almost finished the second one, and it's already been 2 hours. Well, no, an hour and 45 minutes. Lovely. Right? That's another thing. $100 to me is a fair portion of my rent. Not all of it. To give you a general idea, let's see. Oh, God, I can't do percentages. Hold, please. Calculator, where are you? Someone's going to do the math in their head, and they're going to be like, what? I'm rounding up. Oh, I don't even know how to do this. Okay, so $100 is around 15% of my rent. That's a decent chunk in my book. It's not a huge chunk. It's not 25%, but still. Woo! I always equate things to how much my rent costs, apparently. So there's that. Or the better thing to do, I think, is to equate it to how many Wild Turkey bottles I can get. So $100, I can buy 4 bottles of Wild Turkey 101, or I could buy 2 handles of Wild Turkey 101 and then have $20 left over, which is almost enough to buy another bottle of Wild Turkey 101. It's up to you, man. I would say, look around. Weller is nice. I haven't had the Weller 12 year, though, so I cannot actually give a solid recommendation on that one. Unfortunately, I can only say that I've had the Weller Special Reserve, this one right here. And though tasty, I don't know if it's worth a hell of a lot of money. Right? 2 rare breeds. That's a good point. I really like rare breed, or at least the last time I had it, I really liked it. I haven't reviewed it yet. I hope to do that soon. I have a number of bottles to review, actually. I have at least 3. Yeah, so I have at least 3 weeks of content going here. Unless, I might start doing more content if I can. That isn't easy because it's me and just me. I know a few channels out there. It's just them. Like I can think of It's Bourbon Night. First of all, Chad was trained to do stuff like that, and that's his thing. I'm more of an amateur. As in, I had no idea how to use editing software, so I just kind of futz through it. And the recording device I use is a webcam. And it works just fine, gotta say. Doing a great job. Super job right now. Oh, this is still good. I don't know what to pour next. Any recommendations? I do have quite a few whiskeys behind me, so I just hit the 10-minute marker. We're slowly getting ready to go to It's Bourbon Night, or at least I am, in my head. Granted, this has been a wonderful stream. I have gotten pretty much twice as many people as I did on Friday, which is good. I get a little nervous when I don't get at least 10 people, basically. I don't know when that started to happen, but apparently it did. Yes, Richie's A. I don't know how often I'll do that. I am, how we say, reluctant to impulsively get on streams. More so when they're fond of doing bottle chugs. That is something I don't agree with, I guess. I don't do personally. And there is a slight bit of concern when other people do it, because that's just heading down the road of bad decisions and ill feelings the next day. People can do what they want, though. So there's that. I'm not going to stop them. I would just not recommend it. Do a bottle chug. Yes, I will do a bottle chug as soon as I get the required dollar amount for me to do so. If you're wondering what that dollar amount is, it is $1,000 in one tip or one donation. Thus, I hope it will never happen. If it does, I will have a very good reason to do a bottle chug. But until that day, I'm not too worried about it. At all, thankfully. I would actually have a few problems if that happens. Like, what do I do now? I've peaked. I don't know what else to do. Hell, I've seen some pretty crazy super chats on other Whiskey Tube channels. They have super chat options, though I do not. Pa. I mean, that's an option. Some people do that. They literally flip bottles. I do not. No, it's not. That is college level stuff, and it also feeds off a certain type of. I don't know if I want to say machoism, but or peer pressure. Those are the kind of words that start spinning around my head when I think of bottle chugs, and it's just nothing positive about it. It's just not good ideas. Nothing good about that is going to happen. You're not enjoying the whiskey. You're not being very smart about it, I guess is a nice way to say it. Please drink responsibly. As with me, I have a certain limit. And eat, like right now, to prove I have a certain limit, I have had 2 pours of whiskey. Each one is about 1.5 ounces, maybe 2. That is technically about 2 drinks an hour, if it's 2 ounces. I don't know if it is. I'm not even sure how much these are, which is dangerous. But my body is defaulting to only having 1 little pour, 1 2-ounce pour per hour. I'm not doing that on purpose. I never am. You can watch numerous streams I have done. Please do. I need those watch hours. But my body's defaulting to that. It's not trying to drink more, and that's something I've had to ingrain in myself over the past few years, because whiskey is a dangerous mistress. It can be. For me, it is actually the mistress that... Mistress? Wow, okay, where are we going with this? It is the thing that helped me tame my poor drinking habits rather than making them worse. Granted, there are plenty of times during the week and in general, like having a drink every night, a little questionable in my mind, but I don't overdo it. That's the key thing. And I do have liver problems, or at least I did-ish. So I have to keep that in mind as well. Much like Whiskey Central, Shayla, she has a liver thing as well. Similar to mine. I don't know if hers is worse. I don't want to get into details, though. I don't know. I don't like spreading other people's doctoral problems or health issues on the internet here. Ask yourself. She speaks about it openly, so it's okay. Whoa. Yeah. That I can get. I did a video at some point. Yeah, I think it was, well, I know it was. It was Evan Williams Black Label. And I started the review where I said, I'm going to review this Evan Williams. And I had a little nip thing. And I just drank the whole thing as a joke, in jest. Because it would be funny. People like that kind of thing. But I regretted it instantly. You don't see it on the video because I cut it. But it was just burning, throat clenching unpleasantness when I did that. It was not fun. It reminded me why I shouldn't do that. Yeah, please chug responsibly. Exactly. I don't think that's something that can actually happen, considering, but Mike Franklin, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the show. We're ending in 5 minutes, but lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. Please watch the replay. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm starting to get to that point where I have to. Oh, what a world we live in. Okay. So for some reason, I feel bad trying to promote myself when that is exactly what I should be doing all the time. And I should never feel bad about it. That's why I do this. I have to promote myself because it's a good thing. And people are eager and willing and happy to support what I'm doing. Keep that in mind, Brian. Okay. But I do have to start publicly saying, hit the like button, subscribe. You don't necessarily have to hit the bell, but it does help if you do. You are informed of when I do stuff. What else? The Patreon. And then I have to talk up all the other options, Venmo, PayPal, and whatever the other one is, which I can't remember right now. Oh, yeah, Patreon itself, duh. Those are 3 ways for me to get income that you can help with if you want. If you don't want to, okay, you don't have to. That's fine. I have to tell myself, if you don't want to now, you didn't before, it's okay. Nothing's changed. But if you do, that changes a lot. Oh, ooh, Bland's. I've heard things about Bland. Oh, hi. No. In fact, for me to drink 99 bananas, that would be $2,000. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just got that fake candy banana taste, and it's not pleasant. Oh, I will. I'm afraid to look at it now because I might start crying or something. So I will look at it later. You already donated quite a bit, and I'm terrified to look again at this point. I don't worry about Barn Door. What is time? No one knows what time is. The thing. Whoa. Oh, yes. Thank you, Richie. The YouTube overlords demand your likes. I apologize, but they do. You have to do it. I'm sorry. It's not me. It's them. Saying. It is a running gag, Mother. I had early on one of the things I was trying to do, and I realized not a good idea because I don't like it, basically, is if I hit a certain dollar amount with donations, I would drink something I didn't like. And I think I did 99 bananas, which is a banana-flavored liqueur. Yeah, I did not like. And I also did another one where it was Evan Williams apple and Evan Williams cinnamon, and I poured them both together. Also not great, did not like. So I quickly realized that's not a good reason for me to do something. It's something I actually do not enjoy, and I already have enough problems in my own head rather than making myself do things I don't like. I will eventually do that as a thing, maybe if I hit a really big donation goal, or maybe if I hit 500 subscribers, I'll drink something stupid. It's a long way off. We're creeping on 400, so who knows? Tell all your friends to subscribe just because. They'll just go, who the hell is Brian? Who the hell is KillCo? And you just tell them, just do it. All you have to do is click a button and never think about it again. Do it. Your whiskey friends in particular. Uh-oh. Thumbnails. Boo. Thank you for stopping by, Mike Stahl. Enjoy your thumbnail making. Oh my gosh, I have about a minute left. Look at this. Everyone's saying hi. Hello. Welcome. How are you? Good things. Blah. I'm going to finish off my drink. Actually, no, I'm not, because I have to toast us out here. Richie Z, we're hitting 1,000 this year, right? Right? Maybe. It's taken me years to get to 500, so we'll see. I have a feeling once you hit 500, things will start to roll along. I don't know. I'm not doing any of the things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm aware of that. Yeah. Shayla? No. Adriana. There we go. Wrong words. Adriana just hit 500 last night. That was amazing. Wheels, hi. We're just going to go jump over to It's Bourbon Night. Thank you for stopping by, though. Good night, James. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. We're coming in a little close here. Smash that like button. Lick the like button. Just slap it, punch it, do it. Bye, Mom. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Here we go. Until next time, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And lunch.